In this video, I want to show you how to fully set up your Brother MFC-J4335DW from the very beginning. I'll show you how to install the ink, the paper, how to connect it to a phone, print, scan, everything, alright? So let's get started right away. Now, I'll go ahead, I'll connect the power cable, since I have simply unboxed the printer at this point. As soon as I have plugged it in the wall socket, the printer turned on by itself. Press the down arrow, and here it will simply instruct you how to install the ink that I'll show you right now how it's done. Open this door simply by flipping down this protective door, and you're gonna notice over here we're gonna have a sticker telling us which ink cartridge goes where. It's very important to not mix them up. So we have first magenta, cyan, yellow, and finally the black ink cartridge. So let's start with the magenta. I'm taking the ink cartridge, it looks like this, and you're gonna hold it like that. So you should have the M for magenta facing you and this part over here facing the printer. Hold it and simply glide it in the appropriate place. All right, then all you have to do is to take your thumb and push it. You see it says push on this white circle. This means you push it until it clicks in place. Then let's do the cyan. And by the way, since we're here, let me show you how to remove an ink cartridge in case you already had a set of cartridges installed. So you simply need to put your finger on the top and push down. You're gonna hear a click, it will disengage the ink cartridge. And now you just have to slide it out. Very, very easy. All right, so let's put the cyan. Again, the C should face me, and where it says push should face me as well. Glide it, click it, the yellow, glide it and click it, and finally the black ink cartridge, which is larger than all the other ones. Same thing, we're gonna glide it, and at the end, push it. So this is how you install and also how you remove these ink cartridges. At the end, you simply have to pull up this door and close it. The printer will automatically detect that you have input some ink. So after putting the ink, you're gonna see on the screen over here, it says preparing the ink. Next, press the right side arrow. So we're gonna press, and it will tell us that this process will take around 4 minutes. You can proceed with the initial setup. So you just have to press again on the right side arrow over here. It will ask us to input the year that we're currently in, and you're gonna do this using the number pad over here and the arrows. So to put 2025, I will highlight the 1 and simply press the 5 to edit. Press OK. The month, again, same thing. You're gonna use the number pad to input the month. OK, and the day. Press OK. Select AM or PM for the time. Input the time. Press OK. They'll ask us if we want to be notified every time there's an update available for this printer. So yes, you're gonna press the right side arrow, or if you don't want that, you're gonna press the left side arrow. And at this point, we simply have to wait until the printer is ready. So we'll come back in around 4 to 5 minutes. All right, after 4 minutes, I got this message appearing, which is load paper and press the right side arrow over here. So this is what I'll show you next. Stick your finger over here and simply pull towards yourself. If we take a look over here, we're gonna have these 3 green guides, and depending what kind of paper you want to put, you will be able to move them accordingly. So I don't know if it's clear on the camera, but we have some inscriptions over here. LTR is for letter size paper. This is the one I will input in just a few seconds. And then you have other paper size, EXE, B5, A5, Photo 2L, 4x6 photo paper, okay, this line, and every time you want to choose one, you simply need to pinch this and adjust accordingly. Same things with these guides. This one has a small latch over here that you need to pinch and then adjust. So if you want to print on envelopes, well, obviously you're going to bring them together. Now, if you want to print on legal size paper, this drawer is a bit too small, but they made a small trick over here. You see, there's a button that you need to press and pull at the same time the rest of the drawer, and you'll be able to extend it. So you'll be able to print on legal size. But in my case, I don't want that. So I'll put it back simply again by pressing this button and pushing. So I have some letter size paper, US letter size, to input. Simply have to glide it between these two green guides and it should stay just like this. At the end, simply close the drawer. Now let me show you the other paper input that is located on the back of this printer. So this is the back of the printer. All right, and if you flip this plastic piece over here, you'll be able to input some paper as well. You have some gray guides on the side. This input is not going to be used often. Why I say this, it's as it says over here, I know it's hard to see, but you'll not be able to load more than one paper at a time. It's a secondary paper input. So let's say you have your US letter size on the front, the one that you use the most often, but sometimes you like to print on envelopes or maybe a photo paper 4x6. In that case, you can leave the paper in the printer, the same way I showed you a few seconds ago, and every time you want to print on a special paper, let's say, you'll be able to put it on the back without disturbing the front input. And again, you have some inscriptions over here, LTR for letter size, LGL legal size. You'll need to push these gray guides over here, and you have other size mentioned over here. So now we're gonna press the right side arrow. You can extend this paper output over here. This is how you extend it. And we got this printed. It's simply to give you a look to see if there's any issues with the ink cartridges. So it will ask us, a good result is below. So you see those dots? It should look like the same way on your page. If you see that some of them are missing in the middle or on the side, it means that there's an issue with the printer. And fortunately over here, they ask us, are there any dotted line missing? If in your case there's some missing, you're gonna press the right side arrow. If it's perfect, like in my case, this is how it should look, you're gonna press the left side arrow. Print head nozzle are okay, obviously, yes. For best print quality, we recommend checking the print alignment. So I recommend you doing this as well before starting using your printer. It's a good thing to do. So we'll press the right side arrow to start. And then choose your paper size, the one that you have input over here. In my case, it's letter size, so I'll press OK. Load plain paper on the tray, letter, and press the right side arrow. Again, something will get printed. Once this is printed, it will ask us over here, place the sheet on the scan glass. So we're gonna open the scanner simply by lifting this lid. We're gonna put this page facing down like this, okay? You see how it's placed? You have adjustment sheet written over here, and this should be towards the left side. Put it on the scanner glass, and now you see there is an arrow on this corner. We simply need to bring the corner of the paper right over here so it touches the corner with an arrow. Perfect. Close the scan lid. Press the down arrow and then press the right side arrow. The scan will begin, and this will align the print heads of this printer so it gives you better results. Then once it is done, press the right side arrow, press OK, and here we go, we are on the main screen of the printer. Let me show you how to connect it to the Wi-Fi, how to connect it to a phone, how to print, and how to scan. So let's go to it. How to connect your iPhone to your Brother MFC-J4335DW. How to print and also how to scan. So let's get started right away. The first step is to actually connect your printer to your Wi-Fi network, the same network that your iPhone is currently connected to. So let's go right over here on the control panel. So you're going to press the down arrow. It says Wi-Fi over here, so we'll go directly in the Wi-Fi settings. Select Find Wi-Fi Network. It should be one of the first options. Press OK. Then select the right side arrow and wait. It will find all the Wi-Fi networks that are currently around the printer. Next step is to use the up and down arrow so you can search for your Wi-Fi network. Once it's highlighted in blue, press the OK button. Now it's time to type the password. You can also use the number pad on the right side in case your password has numbers. If not, well, you'll have to use the arrows and the OK button to type it. Press OK once you are ready. You're going to get WLAN connection successful. Then you're going to go on the App Store on your iPhone or iPad, it works both ways, and download the Brother Mobile Connect app. Open. Next, you can select Skip, select OK. This is the main screen of the app. You're going to select Add Machine on the top. If you don't see it, click on the printer icon on the top right corner. It's the same thing. And then select the first option when your machine is already connected to a Wi-Fi. Your printer will appear and you simply have to tap on it. Click Skip. Activate later. Maybe later. Maybe later. Skip. Exit setup. You're going to get a green check mark, by the way, simply telling you everything is fine. Now let me show you how to print and scan. To print, you're going to select Document Print, or if it's a picture from your picture reel of your iPhone, you're going to select Photo Print. In my case, it's simply a document, so I'll press here. And I'll have to select it from my iPhone memory. So I choose a PDF document to print. And before pressing the print button, I suggest you click on the cogwheel. And here are a few different options you'll be able to change, including the paper size, how many copies you want, over here in color or black and white. Quality, by default, it's normal, but if you're printing pictures, always go ahead and select Fine. This will give you the best details, the best colors. It will also take more time to print, so this is a trade-off. If you're simply printing a text document with some graphics, just leave it to normal. And once you're ready, simply press the print button. Extend the output tray. And the result is out. This printer prints quite fast, I would say. Now let me show you how to scan and get the results on your iPhone. So to scan, you need to open the scan lid over here. I'll also show you, by the way, how to scan using the top document feeder right after this. So if you opened the to have access to the scan over here, you need to put the paper facing down with the top part towards the left side, just like that. Then you're going to notice there is an arrow on this corner. You simply need to glide until the corner of the paper touches the corner with an arrow. Close the lid. On the app itself, you're going to select Scan. Make sure these settings are the one that you want. For example, if you're simply scanning a text document and resolution is not important, okay, there's not that many details, you can select 200 dpi instead. The scan will happen quicker. And press Scan. Usually in around 12 seconds, you should get the result on your screen. So let's wait a bit more. Here we go. we got our page over here. If you scan multiple pages using the top document feeder, that I'll show you again in just a few seconds how to use it, you're all gonna have them on your screen right now. This is not saved. What you need to do is to press done. And from here, you'll be able to zoom in just to make sure that you're happy with the result. And then you're gonna click share/save. You'll be able to share it with your favorite contacts. You're going to be able to share it on different social media apps. And if you go down this list, you'll be able to print the results, I mean, whatever you just scanned, or to save it to your iPhone. And to do that, you simply need to click on Save to File. Select the folder where you want this scan to go, and then press Save. If you want to scan multiple pages, here I have 3 of them. You're going to put them together, align them, and use the top document feeder. First thing, open this small, I don't know how you call it, small plastic piece. This will just forbid the pages to fall on your desk. Place your pages facing down with the top part towards the right side. Glide them under these 2 plastic guides. You may hear a small beep once you reach the end. Simply, it's just the printer telling you that it has noticed you have input paper over there. And now take your phone, select scan. The printer will automatically determine where you have placed the paper. You don't have to select anything over here. Some other printers you have to select manually. Over here, it's automatic. And press scan. All right, take a look. It will take each pages, starting with the one on the bottom, scan it, and it will come on the top. Don't touch anything. Okay, so on my phone over here, I have the 3 pages that got scanned. They're all perfectly aligned. And the same way, you're gonna click on Done, and then select Share Saved, and save the file or share it, whatever you want. I want to show you how to factory reset your Brother MFC-J4335DW printer. In case you're having issues with it, this can be done in just a few seconds. So you're going to make sure your screen is turned on. If your screen is black and it means your printer is sleeping, simply press this top button to light it up. Then select Settings, like that, and then press the up arrow. You should see Initial Setup. Press OK. Go down, I mean, you can go down, but you can also press the up arrow again, twice, until you get to the Reset option. Press OK. And now we have multiple choices. If you go down, you can simply reset the Wi-Fi. So if the only problem with your printer was Wi-Fi, you can select network and it won't do a factory reset. It will just reset the internet. But if you go completely down in this list, you're going to get all settings. Press OK. And now it will say machine will reboot after resetting. Press the right side arrow over here for 2 seconds to confirm. So you're going to press this right side button 2 seconds until the reset starts. After a while, I mean, it only takes a minute, the reset will be done and you'll be good to go. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next video.